All right, so today is gonna be awesome because we're gonna train with a celebrity trainer. His name is Don Saladino. So he's famous for training Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, as well as Hugh Jackman for the role of Wolverine. He's gotta be able to put pounds and pounds of muscles on these guys in short periods of time. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous to start training. Let's see how it goes.
Let's start with some foam rolling over here. So what I want to do is I just want to get the tissue to kind of open up a little bit. We're going to hop on anything that's meaty: calf, ITB, quads, lats. So what I want you to start with is we're going to go into a reach back. So hand behind your back, and we're going to reach up to the ceiling. Go 10 on the right, 10 on the left. So the idea right now is, from a joint by joint approach, I'm trying to make sure that everything's just moving the right way. Good. Perfect. So we're gonna push away from the floor now. Yeah. Head to the ceiling. Arch. Push away. Chin to your chest. Good. Good. Arch. So what we just got is we just got thoracic rotation. We worked on upper rotation. Now we're getting thoracic extension. This is what we lose when we sit in a chair too much. Now what I want: hip circles. Big counterclockwise circles all the way to the elbow. Good. Let's hop up. Awesome. So now what we're gonna do.
I'm already sweating.
Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna just try and reach down into our lunge, if you can. We're gonna reach to the ceiling, and then we're gonna step through, and we're gonna reach to the ceiling. This might feel a little tight. This might be a little humbling here. Good. Let's go 3 each leg. Now we're getting those hips to open. Now we're getting those glutes, those legs to fire a little bit. One more thing we're gonna do, a bear crawl, and then we're gonna move on. Here, so what we're gonna do is leg and hand come in the air at the same time. Boom, yes. Good. All the way down. So locomotion pattern, core, hips, shoulders. But again, you said you're sweating a little bit, so I prefer people to warm up this way rather than getting on the bike. We're gonna get that much looser for our lift. And that's it. We're gonna do it from a dead stop though. So I'm gonna almost have you pull your elbows into the floor, and then we're gonna drive off.
So you want my elbows in?
I want them at 45. I like them there. I'm gonna have you do one thing differently because we are superhero training right now, but just get a little warmed up. I'm gonna want you to crush that bar with your hands because we're gonna get more shoulder recruitment out of that, more forearm recruitment, more shoulder recruitment. So I want you to feel like you're almost breaking that bar to the point where your lats are getting engaged a little bit. There we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our time and we're just gonna start jumping up 5s every set.
Okay.
That's what's so cool about bodybuilding, though, almost getting a little bit of this power strength, is I do want you recruiting as much as possible into your shoulders. That still looks light for you, man. What I like about the floor press is, especially when we start working with someone who's more advanced and they start getting into a sticking point, I like leaning on different tools, board pressing, chain pressing, floor pressing. I want my guys to be strong. Sadik is way stronger than I am, so, this is fun for me to be able to get someone on the rack and to be able to, dive into a little bit of a lower repetition. I feel like we really focus on developing a little more density in the muscle, but we can never get away from what his main goal is, which is hypertrophy. This is tough to teach. A lot of people don't want to do this. He's got a nice, slow eccentric, and he's exploding that weight up as fast as possible. Okay, that's a great way to tap into those fibers and develop hypertrophy when you're really focusing on developing strength as well. So this is 345 pounds on a floor press is real strong. Come on, man. Show me. Yeah. Come on. Push through the floor. I'm gonna stay with you if you need it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Down and up. Push through, push through, push through. Keep the bar moving. And good. 345 on a floor press is no joke. I will not be doing that anytime soon. I want the weight starting up top, and we're gonna lower, drive, lower, drive. So we always have that tension going on with that upper arm. We're gonna go for 8 repetitions. One more each. Love it, good. Also getting a great stability component going on in the body. Sometimes people actually feel like their hips start to cramp up because they have to almost engage and lock their whole body in. So again, very functional and it's fun. We're gonna take that up. You're training asymmetrically, so when you have to press with one side, the other side has to engage. And that's forcing now your whole core, your lower body, everything to have to fire and create tension. So when I train a lot of people, I focus on something called tension technique. So when we're doing like squats and push-ups, I want them to almost feel like they're creating so much tension in the body that if someone went to push you, you wouldn't move. I'm trying to get, you know, my superheroes, guys like Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal, these guys carrying weight around and having to like support their body's strength in the way that their body moves. So it's fun, but like the way that he trains, typically I love it. So that's the beauty about all this. When you love training, you can kind of hop back and forth. Come on, man, let's finish up on a good note. He was around 8 or 9 last set, so let's try and give me another 8 here, which I know that you have. All right, come on. Everything you got. Come on, I don't want to help you here. You gotta push. Come on, let's work. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Up, up, up. Up, right, left side. And let him go, let him go, let him go. Good. We're gonna go with a pretty heavy 10 to 12. And we're gonna go down, we're gonna rip out some one-legged push-ups. So we're gonna alternate them though. So we'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And the idea is to squeeze the glute and create tension. So we're throwing in a little bit of that asymmetry, not a lot, but to the point where your body's like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? I gotta stabilize a little bit differently. Two. You can bump them out with some speed, I don't mind. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Switch legs. Go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 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 Rest, good. We'll go 2 more rounds of that. Woo! If we have to cut, if we have to cut the reps down, we're gonna cut it down.
That's tough, dude.
You look like you're doing cardio right now. Not better, just different. If you train with all stability all the time, you're then gonna not get as strong as you can typically get. And then I think all the accessory stuff might change a little bit, but all in all, it's pretty similar. It's more similar than you think. The best thing about this though is he'll leave here, like he'll feel like that he trained his pushing patterns, but your body's gonna feel great. Like you're gonna feel almost like you just went through a mobility session. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna go here and we're gonna hold for 30 seconds and then we're gonna rock 30 times, yeah. Hollow holds and hollow rocks. It's like a gymnastics move, but our job's to keep our lower back flat. If your lower back gets sore, we're gonna put our arms down. Okay. We're gonna focus on flattening the back. We're gonna go right into a side plank. We're gonna do something called a stir the pot now. So we're gonna get into a plank position. We're gonna go 1 rep counterclockwise, 1 rep clockwise. We're gonna do that 10 times. We did 5 different movements and we did a set. So at the bare minimum, I would hit that. Sometimes I'd take someone for another round, but when you have this much mind-muscle connection, I almost feel like you need less sets because you're able to go, you have to go through every set that you're doing. There's like, you don't give up on a rep.
So how much like muscle mass would you put on these guys like when you're training them? Like let's say Ryan Reynolds, for instance, like how much would he start his preparations at? What would he end at?
Ryan will put 10 to 15 pounds on for Deadpool, but he gets in there, it's like 6-7 days a week. I gotta calm him down because he's just like, he gets in there and he's not there to play. I love how they're not professional bodybuilders, but when they have to get ready for that role, you would think that they were doing this their entire life. They're like, what do I have to do? How far do I have to jump? And you know, I'm gonna kill myself doing it. So it's kind of fun to work with people like that.
Well, dude, I appreciate it, man.
Dude, man, it's such an honor to be here, man.
Honor's mine, bro. Thank you so much,
for having me, man. Definitely, definitely. Love to do it again sometime.
Sure, man.